I'm ashamed to say it, but it has only been very recently until I understood the importance of having a strong and muscular body. And since realizing, I started looking into calisthenics since I don't want to put in the time or financial investment into going to the gym. And it would mean that I would do more than just push-ups because they're convenient. But I would keep doing push-ups to target my chest, start doing pull-ups to target my back, and for legs, oh yeah, I'll do squats for legs. But bodyweight squats are very easy. You would get bored before you get tired doing them. And that is when I remembered about pistol squats, which is somewhat the inspiration for this video. Doing a single-legged squat for a few reps really doesn't sound that impressive. But how much of the population do you think could realistically do one rep of a pistol squat? The population that is overweight, lazy and weak. They want to achieve and have all of these great things, but they can't even control and manipulate their own mind. And even worse than that, they cannot even control and manipulate their own body in whatever way they want to. Conquer yourself fully before you conquer the world. Us strong, masculine, ambitious men want it all. We want the money, the cars, the women, the status, the authority and the respect. We want to achieve all of these things that is out of our control when we haven't even achieved and controlled all the things that is in our control. Which are things like mental stability, emotional stability and physical control of your own body. Because you will absolutely not be able to utilize things out of your control when you can't even control yourself. You know that you need to take care of yourself mentally and emotionally so that you can build yourself up and become more resilient so that you can more easily deal with the hard times in the future. And it is the exact same principle when it comes to taking care of your body in a way that allows you to have full control over it. So when there comes a point in the future when there are physical hard times, you will be more resilient and be more capable to deal with them. I want you to stop for a second and think about ancient Greece. More specifically, think of the statues that they had of the men back then. You would of course think of men who had big, strong, muscular and lean bodies. Back in those days, muscular men weren't just buff guys who lifted and ate chicken every day. Back in those days, those muscular men were philosophers. The ancient Greeks believed that good physical strength was an important part of being a good citizen. A person who could fight in battle or work on farms or help build roads and bridges without breaking down after half an hour's labour. It basically meant that the ancient Greeks were a formidable force both mentally and physically, not letting any part of them go to waste by neglecting it and not improving it as much as possible. I bring up the conversation about the ancient Greeks when it comes to conquering yourself before you conquer the world, because I think that is the ideal example of the point that I'm trying to make. The ancient Greeks were both incredibly strong mentally and physically, whereas now, the men who go to the gym and are really muscular, buff and lean, most of them don't even have two brain cells that they can rub together. And you see the stereotype all the time that there's a really big, muscular, buff guy and everybody just assumes he's stupid. And it's because most of them would be right. And on the other side, the modern day philosophers, they are all either out of shape or overweight. In the description of this video, I'm going to leave a link that leads you to a website that talks about the most influential living philosophers. The article talks about the 50 most influential modern day philosophers, and no disrespect to them and not taking away from any of their philosophical knowledge, but all of them either, like I said, all of them either look weak or overweight. And it's not like I'm challenging them and think that I'm so much better than them. I honestly doubt that some of them could even do 10 push-ups. And that, of course, is a problem. Because yes, they might have conquered their own mind, they conquered themselves mentally, like I talked about, but they have not conquered themselves physically. And that is a problem because if they were asked to do physical labour or help out somewhere, they're going to break down after not even half an hour's work, which is exactly what the ancient Greeks talked about. And I don't think many people would discredit them. So all of that quite closely ties into all of the modern self-improvement advice that you take on. So it means that do keep journaling, keep meditating, keep being mindful, exercising, and keep doing things that just improve your life. Improve yourself in all aspects of your life and conquer yourself before you conquer the world. And it means that you will be taking the same path as the famously strong, smart, and competent ancient Greeks.